Welcome back to GTA Icons, the podcast where we bring legendary characters from the Grand Theft Auto universe into the room for an unforgettable conversation. I'm your host, Leroy Moritz, and folks, today we have something extra special, a reunion of the infamous trio of Los Santos.
What? Who the hell called me infamous? I prefer notorious entrepreneur, thank you very much.
Trevor, sit down. We literally just started.
For real, T, chill. We ain't even on the first question yet.
We're off to an energetic start. So, welcome guys. It's amazing to have all three of you here. Last time we had the OGs like CJ, Tommy, Claude in the house. But today we're moving to the next generation, the legends of GTA 5. First up, he's the striver from South Los Santos, who went from repo man to elite heist man, a guy who's as comfortable in a gang hood as he is in Vinewood Hills mansion, Franklin Clinton.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Glad to be here. Man, this is wild. I never thought I'd be on a stage like this. Y'all good?
We're good, Franklin. Next, please welcome the retired criminal turned family man, well, sort of, and the movie producer with a flair for dramatic. The one, the only, legendary, verbose Michael DeSanta.
How's it going, everyone? Thanks for having me, Leroy. I gotta say, this is a bit out of my comfort zone. Usually I'm the one watching talk shows with a drink in hand, not sitting under the lights. But hey, first time for everything, right?
And finally, hold on to your seats, folks, a man who truly needs an introduction. The most unpredictable, unhinged entrepreneur in Plain County. A one-man mayhem machine, the infamous co-founder of Trevor Enterprises, Trevor Philips.
Hell yeah! How's everyone doing? You feel that energy, Leroy? I feel it.
We feel it, Trevor. Laughed enthusiasm. Wait, is that a bottle with a rack?
Oh, this is my special cocktail for the occasion. A little Molotov cocktail, to be exact.
Whoa. What are you doing, Trevor?
Jesus,
Oh.
T, are you crazy? Put that down, you maniac!
Yo, for real. We just got here. You trying to burn the studio on day one?
Whoa, Trevor buddy, I know you like explosive, but maybe let's not touch my studio, okay?
Oh, come on! I was just trying to set the mood, guys. Last time I brought a drink to a party, people loved it. All right. I'll save it for later. But you're missing out on a hell of a cocktail, Leroy.
I think I stick to water for now, thanks. Wow, what an intro. We've got Franklin, Michael, Trevor, all on stage together. This is the first time, as far as I know, you three have sat down like this in public. How does it feel, guys?
Man, it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. We've been through so much crazy shit, stuff together, but usually on the streets or, handling business. Sitting in a studio with an audience, that's a new one for us.
It is. I mean, the last time we were in front of cameras together, we were probably on the news in a police chase. Being here, voluntarily, talking about our lives, it's kind of surreal, but I like it.
Speak for yourselves! I've always wanted to be on a talk show. I was thinking more Jerry Springer style, where I throw a chair at someone. But hey, I can settle for this. Don't tempt me, though.
Oh, I won't, trust me. My insurance doesn't cover chair to the face. But seriously, it's an honor to have you all here. The legends of Los Santos right in front of me. Now, before we dive in, I have to ask, did any of you catch your last episode with CJ, Tommy, and Claude?
Yeah, I did actually. It was eventful, to say the least. Claude finally talking, and with a gun in his hand, no less. That was some quality entertainment.
I saw the highlights on Snapmatic Story or something. CJ and Tommy pushing that Claw dude's buttons. Man, I was getting uncomfortable just watching. Didn't expect him to pull a piece on the show. Oh, I loved it.
That silent bastard finally blew his lid. Honestly, Leroy, you should invite him more often. Nothing spices up a chat like a firearm being waved around.
Noted, Trevor. I think one armed incident per season is enough. We just disarmed your little surprise, so let's keep the firearms holstered and the explosiveness unlit, if we can.
No promises, but I'll try.
Alright, so guys, since you mentioned it, the last episode got me thinking. Claude pulling a gun because he was being made fun of for not talking. It made me wonder about something kind of trippy. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole with me?
Oh, we going deep already? Shoot, Leroy, what you got?
Well, you three have led extremely unusual lives, to put it mildly, and a lot of that is because, let's be honest, you're not exactly living in a normal world. Weird stuff happens around you all the time, right?
I mean, yeah, you could say that.
Weird, like respawning after getting shot, or people on the street repeating the same one-liners, or carrying an entire arsenal of weapons with a backpack. You ever notice things like that? Ever question the reality of your world?
Ha! You're not gonna ask us if we've tried DMT or something, are you, Leroy? This isn't a Joe Rogan episode, is it?
Hey, I'm just channeling my inner Joe Rogan for a second. Have any of you ever tried DMT?
Man, I don't even know what that is. Sounds like some hippie stuff. I stick to green. You feel me?
I'll pass on the psychedelics, thanks. Weed was enough to give me alien nightmares. Not eager to repeat that.
DMT? Please! I prefer my mind-altering experiences a little more explosive.
Fair enough, guys, but seriously, here's the big question. Do you ever feel like you're in a simulation? Like, do you realize you're basically characters in a video game?
Damn, straight to the existential stuff, huh? I mean, there have been times I thought, this can't be real life, can it?
When you survive the things we have, it does sometimes feel, I don't know, like fate's got a script or something. But a simulation? That's a hell of a concept.
You know, I always suspected something was off. Like the rules don't apply to us the same way. One day I can take a bullet to the chest and walk out of the hospital the next morning. Another day I get punched by a cougared up old lady and BAM! I'm seeing black. It's inconsistent as hell.
True. And yo, what about the time thing? I swear, I can run around all day, get tired, whatever. But if I take a little nap or just switch what I'm doing, days fly by in a blink.
Exactly. I've literally closed my eyes and woken up to find a week has passed in what felt like a second. Or I'll be out at night, and suddenly it's morning with no memory of the hours in between. That's usually after a bender of booze and meth for me, but you're right. Even when I'm stone cold sober, which is rare, I'll admit, time can just jump.
Damn, sounds like an awful lot like someone hitting the fast forward button on you.
And then there's the people, man. I can't count how many times I've seen the same dude walk past my house every day, wearing the same shirt, saying the exact same thing about the weather or whatever.
Or traffic. The radio's always talking about the same traffic jam on the same highway. Every single day.
And have you noticed how there are only, like, 10 voices on the radio that ever talk? It's like the whole world is run by a limited cast of actors. Honestly, half the population of Blaine County sound like cousins of each other.
Limited voice talent in the world simulation, huh?
Yo, and what about our abilities? Look, I ain't bragging, but I can do some unreal stuff behind the wheel. Like time literally slows down when I concentrate while driving. How do you explain that in a real world sense?
You tell me.
I can't. In the moment, I'm just like, all right, focus. And suddenly I'm drifting around a 10-car pileup in slow-mo, threading needles like it's nothing. Then afterwards, I'm thinking, that ain't normal physics.
Same here. When I get into a firefight, sometimes it's like I tap into this adrenaline or whatever, and everything slows down except me. I'm lining up headshots like I'm in the Matrix. That's not something I could do back in North Yankton in the old days, I'll tell you that.
And you know what I do? Sometimes I get so pissed off, I see red. And suddenly, I can take about 20 bullets without keeling over. I just rage through it. It's like I Hulk out. I feel no pain, just pure fury. And everyone around me is screwed.
These sound like video game power-ups almost.
When you put it that way, yeah, it does.
Plus, I always wondered how I carry all this stuff. I mean, right now, under this hoodie, I ain't strapped. But when I'm out there in LS, I could be packing a pistol, a shotgun, a rifle, SMG, a couple grenades, a knife, and a freaking rocket launcher. All at the same time. And nobody even sees it on me. It's like I got an invisible bag of holding or some RPG inventory. Yes, exactly. 1 minute I'm unarmed, next minute I've got an RPG in my hands out of nowhere. I literally reach behind my back and boom! I'm holding a big damn weapon that I did not have a second ago. That's not normal.
Not to mention the weird cheats. I mean, I've had days where gravity felt optional. Once, I swear, I took a step and suddenly I was floating, like the moon was pulling me up. Another time, I could punch and send folks flying like I had super strength for a few minutes. Then it just stopped.
You too? Man, I thought I was tripping. One day, out of nowhere, all the cars around me just started driving on water. I'm talking full-on Jesus mode, cars skimming the ocean. I took a stroll on the Pacific Ocean in my sneakers like it was a sidewalk. Then as quick as it came, it went. How the hell do you explain that? Damn, I had something like that. People started exploding into confetti when I touched them. I kid you not. I tapped a guy on the shoulder and poof! Confetti and a goofy sound effect. Like I was in some birthday party from hell. That lasted maybe 5 minutes. Then reality reset or something.
Sounds like someone was messing with you for kicks.
We've all felt that. Like someone up there is toying with us, dropping bizarre events just to see how we react.
That's it, right? Because I remember 1 week where I kept blacking out and waking up as different animals. Like I popped some plant out in the desert, and next thing I knew, I was a damn chicken. I was flapping around, clucking, seeing the world in grainy little bird vision. Another time, I was a dog, chasing cars. And one time, a dolphin. A freaking dolphin in the canal by the airport. It always wore off, and I'd wake up half naked on a hillside somewhere going, not again.
Same here. Ate a strange plant some hippie gave me. And hallucinated, I was an alien fighting the FIB. I swear it felt real. I was running around zapping G-men with a laser gun. When I came to, I was in my underwear on a rooftop.
Gentlemen, you've had some adventures, but I got you both beat. I've woken up in more random places than I can count, and usually not as myself. One time, I woke up on the top of Mount Chiliad wearing nothing but a dress. Yeah, a sunny little sundress, with a bunch of dead bikers laying around me. To this day, I don't know how the hell that happened. Bruh, you serious? A sundress? Dead serious. And let me tell you, I made that dress look good. Another time, I came to lying face down next to a toilet in some dirty gas station bathroom. Water up to my ears, almost drowned in the damn bowl. There was vomit everywhere, and I'm praying it was mine. Waking up thinking, is this how Trevor Philips dies? Head in a crapper?
Yeah, that's nasty, T.
Oh, and there's more! I once opened my eyes, and I was spooning a freaking goat on a hillside! A goat! It was alive, at least. Seemed pretty happy, too. I was the little spoon, if you're curious.
I have no words. That's simultaneously the funniest and most disturbing thing I've ever heard on the show. And I interviewed Trevor from GTA 4, Lost and Damned, last week. Even he didn't wake up next to farm animals.
Hey, don't you judge me!
Like you said, someone's toying with us. I blame the players, or the aliens, or whichever sicko thought it'd be funny to drop me in those situations.
Right, the players. Let's dig into that a little bit deeper. In the GTA world, you guys have millions of people out there controlling every move when they pick up the controller. You aware of that?
We've gotten hints. Deja vu type feelings. Like someone else is at the wheel sometimes.
Sometimes I'll do something and be like, why the hell did I just do that? Like robbing a convenience store for $50 when I got $10 million in the bank. I wouldn't choose to do that. That's gotta be some fool player messing around, making me do stupid stuff.
Ha 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 ha! Speak for yourself! I enjoy robbing convenience stores no matter how much I got. But yeah, occasionally, I feel like a damn puppet. Someone mashes the controls and suddenly, I'm jumping off a building or punching a random pedestrian for no reason.
Do you remember feeling the player's presence, or is it more like lost time?
It's weird. Sometimes it's like I'm on autopilot, watching myself from a distance. Then I snap back in with only a hazy idea of what just happened. Other times I'm fully aware, but doing things because of, I don't know, an urge I can't control.
And usually those are the times I do the most wild shit, like high-speed chases, skydiving off skyscrapers, getting into tank battles with the army, stuff I wouldn't normally sign up for on a chill day, you know.
It does make you think, but okay, to avoid spiraling too far into existential dread, let's pivot slightly. Simulation talk naturally leads to the next phenomenon you guys have experienced more than anyone. The wasted life. You know that lovely moment you die and you see the world wasted, flash before your eyes. And then, poof, you're back to the hospital, good as new. We've all seen it happen to you in, let's call them documentary videos, if your exploits. I have to ask, is repeatedly getting wasted and respawning traumatic, or is it just routine now?
Man, the first time it happened to me, I ain't gonna lie, I was shook.
Understandable. Dying tends to have that effect.
Like, picture this. I'm in a firefight, right? Ballers everywhere, bullets whizzing. Next thing I know, one catches me in the chest. Everything goes slow-mo. I'm dropping to the ground, and I see these big red letters in my head spelling, wasted. I'm thinking, this it, game over, I'm done. Then bam, I gasp awake, and I'm laid out in the ER at Pillbox Hill Medical Center, bandaged up like a mummy. Some nurse just casually says, you're gonna feel that in the morning, honey. Like this is normal.
Did you remember the whole death experience?
Oh, I remember everything. That's the messed up part. I remember the pain, the panic, the slow motion fall. I could swear I even heard a fail whistle like womp womp. Then I wake up and it's like Tuesday again. Traumatic at first for sure.
Same here. The first time for me was years ago, back in North Yankton. I took a bullet during a heist. We'll probably get to that story. Thought I bled out in the snow, but apparently they patched me up. I half remember this hazy vision of wasted, too. I thought it was St. Peter stamping me denied at the pearly gates or something. By now, though, look, I won't say routine because it's never pleasant, but you sort of become desensitized. Like, oh great, I died again. Time to pay another $5,000 hospital bill and get on with my day.
Speak for yourselves. I consider it a routine at this point. Hell, I treat getting wasted like other people treat getting a cup of coffee.
That is deeply concerning, Trevor.
What? I mean, I don't seek it out. Not always. But if it happens, it happens. I wake up in a hospital gown, rip out the IV, scare the nurse a little. She really should have given me Jell-O when I asked nicely. Then I go about my merry way. It's like a cat with 9 lives. Except I think I'm on life number 99 or so.
You keep count?
Nah, I lost count around the time I tried to fight an oncoming train. For the record, train 1, Trevor 0.
You fought a train?
Head on, baby!
Didn't even honk to back down. Woke up 2 days later in the ICU with a concussion and the word wasted echoing in my skull. But you know, another Tuesday for me.
Wow, so you've become essentially comfortable with death.
I wouldn't say comfortable. It hurts like a son of a bitch every time, don't get me wrong. Explosions, bullet wounds, getting eaten by a mountain lion once. Yeah, that one was wild. All of it hurts. But afterward, you wake up, good as new, except maybe a scar. It's almost like therapy.
Dying is like therapy? You are twisted, man.
Think about it. All the stress is gone for a moment. You have this out-of-body thing. See a big, bold wasted, which kind of validates you went out in style. Then, you get a fresh start. It's cathartic.
Ha ha ha! That's one way to rationalize it. Me personally, I still find it unsettling. Like sometimes I wonder, are these the same doctors bringing me back? Do they know me by name now? Probably. Oh, hi Franklin. Rough day? We saw you last week with 3 gunshots, now a high-speed car wreck, huh?
They definitely know us. I swear the staff at Mount Zona Medical Center has a VIP suite for me at this point. Last time I woke up there, the nurse goes, "Your usual recovery smoothie, Mr. DeSanta?" I was like, damn, I need to stop almost dying.
Do you guys ever, talk about these near-death experience with each other? Like compare notes on how you died almost ridiculously?
Oh, absolutely. It's like a competition sometimes. I'll be like, Trev, I got one for you. I got wasted by tripping over Chop's dog bowl and falling down my stairs. True story. Embarrassing as hell.
That's nothing. I drowned in a toilet once. What? I'm not proud, but I was super drunk in some sketchy tavern in Sandy Shores. Got into a brawl. Someone shoved my head in a crappy toilet. Next thing I know, glub glub, wasted. Woke up with my head still wet and reeking.
That honestly might be the worst way to go I've ever heard.
For real, man. That's horrifying and nasty.
It was both. But hey, I lived. Here to tell the tale.
I tend to avoid ridiculous deaths if I can. Mine are mostly dramatic in the moment, like shootouts, car crashes. One time I did get nailed by a random driver while jaywalking. I was furious, like survived all these heists and shootouts. Then some text and driving yuppie in an SUV sends me flying. That wasted felt extra insulting in that case.
Man, being real, after a while, you start cracking jokes about it just to cope. Lamar and I used to bet on how many times a week we'd end up in the hospital. It's dark humor, you know.
Hey, whatever gets you through. The whole respawn thing is fascinating to us outsiders, but I can see how living through it repeatedly could mess with your head. Or not, in Trevor's case.
I have no head to mess with! Wait, that came out wrong.
So let's talk about those wild times, because the internet is full of videos of you guys doing absolutely insane, over-the-top things. I'd love to hear your takes on some of them. For example, Franklin, there's a famous clip of you on a motorcycle going up the side of Mount Chiliad, flying off the peak, doing a double backflip over a helicopter and landing through the roof of a moving train boxcar. Perfectly fine. Do you remember that stunt?
Man, do I remember it. My heart still skips a beat thinking about it. Yeah, I remember the player in my head that day had me get on this dirt bike, a Sanchez. And I just knew we were about to do something bananas. We gunned it up Mount Chiliad at full speed. Next thing I know, I'm airborne, looking down at this freight train chugging along. There's a helicopter buzzing nearby, probably police. And in midair, this crazy fool controlling me makes me do not one, but 2 backflips. I'm flipping through the sky like, Lord, please let this land. And by some miracle, I land inside a train car, on the bike, like it was planned all along. Didn't even fall off. Of course, then I immediately get smacked by a low-hanging tunnel entrance, 'cause who thinks to duck? But hey, I stuck the landing first. That was all that mattered for the stunt.
Incredible. The audience clip of that has like 50 million views online. People call you the train surfer of Chiliad now.
They can call me whatever. I call me lucky to be alive. I can't believe I didn't break every bone in my body. If this is a simulation, that's one time I'm glad the physics aren't totally realistic.
No kidding. Now Michael, how about the time you and Trevor, I think it was you two, crashed an entire cargo plane? There's footage of Trevor flying in a small plane into a big cargo jet mid-air.
That one was all him. I wasn't there for that, thankfully.
Oh yes, minor turbulence. I like to call that day. That was one of my brilliant ideas. So there was this huge cargo plane carrying some sensitive stuff. And I figured, why not drop in uninvited? I took my little propeller plane, aimed right for the jumbo, and flew straight inside it, like a bug zapping into a light. The impact was insane! I smashed through jeeps and crates inside the cargo hold. Then, the big plane starts nosediving 'cause, surprise, I wrecked its insides. I run up into the cockpit, toss a couple of goons out with no parachutes, bye-bye, and try to level this giant bird out. Long story short, fighters get scrambled. They shoot the plane, it's going down. I grab the closest parachute and a conveniently parked Jeep, gun the engine, drive the Jeep out the back of the plane at 5,000 feet, and parachute to safety while the giant jet explodes behind me. I mean, who else has done that, right? I felt like a damn action movie star.
And you call me dramatic. That's one for the highlight reel, T.
It really is. There's a viral video titled Craziest Psycho in GTA Jumps from Exploding Plane. Guess who that refers to, Trevor?
I wear that title with honor. Psycho? Maybe. But I get results.
No doubt, Michael, I remember a more domestic story that went viral. Ring any bells if I say yoga, tennis coach, and house demolition?
Oh God, that story. Yeah, that's a day I'll never live down. So, I'm trying to better myself at one point. Doing yoga with my wife, trying to mellow out. Next thing I know, our yoga instructor, real creep named Fabian, is getting way too handsy with my wife Amanda. They disappear and I'm feeling suspicious as hell. Then I catch Amanda texting with her tennis coach, implying something extracurricular is going on. I lose it. I enlist Franklin to help me chase this tennis coach. Long story, but I thought he was the one, not the yoga guy. Turns out it was both, but I digress. We chase this guy to a stilt house up in the Vinewood Hills. He hides inside, so I decide to literally pull the deck off the house with my truck, tie a rope to the supports, and yank. The whole deck, pillars and all, comes crashing down the hill. We were high-fiving, feeling badass, until about 10 minutes later, a very angry Martin Madrazo, big-time kingpin, shows up. Turns out I didn't just pull down the tennis coach's deck, I pulled down Madrazo's mistress's entire balcony. The house wasn't the coach's. It belonged to this scary drug lord's girlfriend.
Man, I remember that. I was just there to help my dog, Mr. DeSanta. And suddenly we got the Mexican cartel after us, 'cause he couldn't keep his cool.
That led to me financing a brand new mansion rebuild for Madrazo and doing some dangerous jobs to get back in good graces. So, kids, moral of the story, maybe don't yank houses off cliffs in a fit of rage.
That clip of the house collapsing is all over the internet, captioned, "When you take yoga too seriously." It's a classic.
Wonderful. Glad my tantrum is meme-worthy.
Speaking of meme-worthy Franklin, there's the famous Lamar roasting Franklin video that everyone remixed. You know that one? Lamar walks up to you and, well, roasts your haircut, among other things.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with, nigga.
Oh, man. Why you gotta bring that up? Yeah. That crap went viral beyond anything. My old friend Lamar, he's a clown. One day he's feeling himself and decides to crack on me out of nowhere. Starts going off like, yee ass haircut, and talking about my sex life and all that. In front of my crib. Everybody remixed that scene with like SpongeBob and Darth Vader and who knows who repeating Lamar's lines. I became a damn internet meme because of that fool.
And how did it make you feel?
Honestly, at first I was mad. Like hell no, why's the whole world gotta see me get clowned like that? But then I leaned into it. It's pretty funny. Lamar's wild, and I do go to the barbershop more often now, just saying. I saw one of those memes with me doing the roasting instead of Lamar. It was some mod or deep fake or whatever. Hearing my voice say yee ass haircut to Frank? Priceless! Man, that was cursed. I don't need two Trevors roasting me. One is enough.
Lamar's lucky I wasn't there. I'd have smacked him upside the head for disrespecting my boy. Then again, Lamar's roasting is basically how he shows affection.
Exactly. Now, Trevor, we can't let your greatest hits slide by. Aside from plane crashes, I recall a certain incident involving torture. There's a mission out there on a video where you interrogate a man on behalf of some FBI agents, jumper cables on the nipples, pulling teeth. Rings a bell?
Ooh, that was a fun afternoon. Yeah, you're talking about Mr. K. Poor guy. FIB comes to me and says, we need information, and we need it extremely extracted. And who better than old Trevor to do the extracting? Let's see. I electrocuted the guy's nipples with a car battery, yanked out a tooth with pliers, broke a knee with a pipe wrench, and waterboarded him with gasoline. It was creative.
That's horrifying, and you call that fun?
The guy lived, and I gave him a nice plane ticket to start a new life afterward. See, I have a heart. Sort of.
For the record, I was not present for that. I heard about it later and, yeah. That's Trevor for you.
I only heard bits, and that was enough. T, you're one sick dude, you know that? I do what's necessary, and sometimes what's not necessary, but definitely fun.
You know, the gaming community had a lot of opinions on that scene, Trevor. Many were disturbed. Some respected that it made a statement. And a lot of them just thought, damn, Trevor is insane.
Good. Let them think I'm insane. Keeps the randos from messing with me. And to any viewers out there thinking I'm a monster, lighten up. It's all a simulation, right? The guy's fine. Better than fine. He's probably sipping a pina colada somewhere, thanks to me.
Changing gears from torture? How about those times when players just use you guys as tools of chaos? I mean, we all know some gamers boot up GTA just to cause some mayhem for hours. How does it feel on your end?
Man, you want to talk mass murder sprees? We've been unwilling participants in plenty. There was this one day I felt the controller take over and I just started shooting everybody. I'm talking pedestrians, cops, nobody was safe. I hijacked a tank from Fort Zancudo, don't even know how I got onto the base, and drove it down San Andreas Avenue, blowing up cars left and right. 5-star wanted level, helicopters on my ass, the whole city in panic. I probably blew up like 200 people in 10 minutes. Finally, the tank got blown up and I died in a blaze. Then woke up perfectly fine at the hospital like nothing happened. But I remember it, all those people I ran over or fried, it's like a nightmare and fast forward.
That's heavy. Do you guys carry any guilt from that? Or does your mind kind of gloss over it? since it wasn't really your calling the shots.
It's weird. It's like a dream that sticks with you. Part of me is like, that wasn't me. That was the player doing it. But I still see it in my head. Thank God in our world people come back eventually, or at least it resets. Cause if those kills were permanent, I need serious therapy.
I had a similar experience. One minute I'm chilling at home, the next I'm compelled to go outside and start sniping tires on cars just to watch accidents. Then it escalated. I was sniping drivers, total strangers, picked off like targets for no reason. I could hear some lunatic laughing. Not literally, but like in my mind. Some kid having a great time making me do this. I must have caused a 50-car pileup on the highway. Explosions everywhere. Just pure chaos. Eventually the cops got me. And as I was lying there busted on the pavement, I swear I heard this disembodied voice go, "Wasted." Haha, like it was all a joke. Next thing, I'm out of the ER good as new. But I sat on the curb after like, what the hell was that? Who made me do that? It's unsettling.
You two are soft. I love when the players cut loose. Well, most of the time. For me, it's like finally someone's giving me full permission to do what I already want to do. Go on a rampage? Hell yes! I once spent an entire 48 hours rampage. Must have been a gamer with stamina or a death wish. Just blowing stuff up non-stop. We went from Blaine County to Los Santos and back, leaving a trail of fire. I blew up gas stations, took out a whole police station with sticky bombs, even jumped a stolen fighter jet into the Pacific just for kicks when it was on fire. Every time I get killed, I just pop back up at the hospital, or even sometimes magically rewind a few minutes and try something different. Like the world was reloading a save. It was trippy, but exhilarating.
So from your perspective, Trevor, it's like an adrenaline high.
Exactly! It's like being invincible and omnipotent at the same time! For a little while. But I'll admit, there was one time even I felt creeped out. Some player, I suspect a YouTuber doing it for views, had me stand on top of Mount Chiliad and line up a bunch of innocent people and just mow them down one by one with a minigun. Not even running, just executing a line of civilians, like some grim experiment. That gave me pause.
Wow. If you paused, it must have been bad.
I mean, I still did it. I literally couldn't stop myself. But somewhere in there I was like, this is dark. The dude controlling me even panned a camera around like he was making a snuff film. And I'm just thinking, these players, they're the real psychos sometimes, not me.
For real, some players treat us like we ain't even human. Like we're just, I don't know, pixels to torture. I've been dumped in the ocean repeatedly to see how long I'd swim before a shark ate me. I've been set on fire just to see what I'd do. The answer? Scream. One crazy gamer put in a cheat code and flung me into the sky without a parachute just to watch me splat. That one hurt like hell, man.
I'm so sorry you guys go through that. It does sound like you guys are lab rats for some players.
That's a good analogy. Lab rats in a maze where the walls explode randomly. But you know, it's not all bad. Some players, I can feel when someone controlling me is actually trying to do something good or just enjoy the city calmly. Like once, I had a guy make me follow traffic laws for a whole day. No speeding, stopping at red lights, using crosswalks properly, the works. It was surreal.
Oh man, that happened to me too. I was like, why am I signaling and waiting for pedestrians to cross? I could just hit them and keep moving. But nope, the player wanted a full law-abiding citizen simulation. It was kind of peaceful actually, until I accidentally bumped a cop car at a stoplight and all hell broke loose again.
Boring. Had someone try that with me. I lasted maybe an hour before I had to break the rules.
Although, confession. One player actually made me go on a hunting and wildlife photography kick. I spent a whole day tranquilizing cougars and taking scenic shots of deer. It was oddly relaxing. And then, of course, I got bored and shot a rocket at a passing airplane to spice things up.
The duality of Trevor Philips, ladies and gentlemen. Tranquilizing cougars 1 minute, blowing up planes the next.